welcome back. Viewers may remember that we had Mr. Roberto Harrison on the show previously, as he gave some valuable insights into the evolution of the Ruta Maya Belize River Challenge. Today, we are privileged to have him back with us to offer a post-discussion and reflections of the race. Welcome back, Mr. Harrison, and thank you for being here with us again.
Thank you for having me.
So, congratulations on another successful Ruta Maya event. Would you be able to share some highlights from this year's race and any standout moments that you can remember?
Well, again, running it for the 27th time, I think everything comes back and reflective of the proper planning that one does on the onset. I think the fact that we are increasing the registration of canoes or teams is a good sign. We have moved from, in the last couple of years, we have moved from 55 now to up now. We are like this year, sorry, was 67 teams registered. I think there was more participation this year than other years as well. I think the race was very competitive. As you would realize, the 5 top teams are always neck and neck with at the finish line. So in all, I think it reflects on the good planning that has been done for the past 6 months, and I think allowing the public to be a part of the race itself makes it a very satisfactory feeling. I always liken the race to after 4 days and you finish with all of this, is like it becomes like a week after that for me. I miss it so much that I get nostalgic, and I am they call it Makobe in Creole.
Well, we can certainly hear your passion behind the Ruta Maya race. But I know you mentioned the increase in the registration and the number of teams, but how do you measure the economic impact of the event on the Belizean communities, especially along the route of the race?
The economic impact is, in my estimation, and in my estimate, I see the economic impact where you see more people at the riverbank, more businesses selling their food and drinks and whatever they bring to those points. I measure it with the amount of food stalls that are set up. I measure it by the crowds that are gathered at the start of the race and at the end of the race, on all of the activities that surround around the communities that we go through. So I think this year marked again. You see that bigger fan base falling, that bigger service team falling, following the race funds itself being more involved with the teams. So I think we at least we saw more of that this year. So for me, a great success.
Okay. So as the event continues to gain momentum over the years, how do you ensure that it remains true to its roots while also evolving to meet the changes and any needs and expectations of the participants and the spectators?
I think we have to maintain this momentum and to have a greater, perhaps we need to have a greater partnership with the communities along the road. Basically because I think we have in some ways over the years lost that dialogue, that effort from both sides, from the planning side and from the community side, in creating perhaps more awareness of the history and culture of the Belize River. I think we need to partner more closely with creating awareness of the environmental issues along the route. Garbage is one of them. The water quality needs to be raised. So that I think we need to get re-involved, if I can say that, with the communities along the Belize River to keep that momentum going and to keep the rest of the people that follow this race on the 4 days.
Okay, excellent. So can you discuss any future plans or developments for La Ruta Maya that maybe aim to enhance its economic and social impact in Belize?
I think one of them is clearly beyond the 4 days event that we can, and when we look at the team, it's more than just a race, that we can integrate all of those issues and challenges, the environment, the culture, the history, have a better, like I said, integration of those activities. We want to look at how we can have a greater international participation that takes its own marketing and its own approach. We perhaps would have to reach out to sports magazines, to other similar events outside of Belize, to be able to have perhaps a larger involvement from an international standpoint. From a national standpoint, I think, yes, there's greater opportunities. We want to look at again, involving more families in the race. We want to perhaps even create a category for youth. And when I say youth, 8-year-old to 12-year-olds as a category of itself. And so we are looking at those as possible ideas. We want to definitely increase the prizes. This year it was above 40,000. I think we want to reach 60, 70,000 for that matter, because it's worth the while. It's an investment that both the sponsors, the teams, the funds, the team supports put in. So I think we need to provide that compensation package that not only satisfies the paddlers, but everybody that's involved in the race.
Okay, that's quite a lot of interesting things for your participants to look forward to. But just to wrap up now, reflecting on the success of this year's event, what are you most proud of, and what do you hope to achieve with the La Ruta Maya in years to come?
I think one of the, and perhaps starting from what we want to achieve, and I've said this earlier, that we want to have a better partnership with the communities along the Belize River. I think there's lots to be told, there's lots to be said about each of those communities along the river, because each one was significant historically in the trade of bananas, in the trade of goods and services from Belize to Benque Viejo, and even from Benque Viejo down to Belize City. I think we definitely want to have greater support from the business community, and both small and large business owners. I think we had a good representation of various small and large businesses this year, and again, the participation of the public at large is very crucial. You would have to follow this race for the 4 days to realize how much people follow this race, how much people take time off from Thursday to Monday to prepare themselves individually as families and follow this race and enjoy this race and have a passion for this race that has made it the success that it's been for the last 27 years.
Okay. Well, we are certainly looking forward to seeing how the event continues to flourish, especially under your guidance. So we are wrapping up, but thank you so much, Mr. Harrison, for joining us again on this topic.
And thank you for having me on.
Okay. We will be right back.